brand and a very important new partnership in our company's history. And I'm going to turn it over to Ben Cook, owner, president, and brewer of Hangar 24 Brewery.
Thank you, Christine. So yeah, pretty excited to announce we don't do these pretty much ever, so we're happy to have Christine aboard, who set up an event like this since we've never really done a launch like this before. So super excited. Thank you, Christine. And so with that, we have our winter seasonal. It's a brand new chocolate bomber is what it's called. You can see the image on the sign right here. And we wanted the whole image to look like a candy bar label. Like, we wanted it to look like it came off a chocolate bar. So that's kind of the stylistic vantage point. And on top of that, it shows a plane flying over East Berlin dropping candy bars. So what this is depicting post-World War II. So imagine World War II just ended, East Berlin's still living under extreme oppression and adversity. So there's a lot of American pilots and people that were over there that felt bad for the citizens living under those conditions. So these pilots, he said, you know what? This is totally against the rules and laws and regulations, and we're not allowed to do this, but they took planes and they would just fly over those citizens and drop supplies, food, clothes, and they just shove it out the side of the airplane. And then they started seeing kids that were staring at them, and so they thought to give the kids hope and inspire the kids that, you know, a better future is on the way. They actually hand-tied little white handkerchiefs to these candy bars and would shove out loads and loads of candy bars when they saw big groups of kids, and that's what this is. So, and they actually started calling that guy the Chocolate Bomber. So, this beer, we actually use raw cocoa nibs, and Eric's going to get into a little bit into more detail, and whole vanilla beans, and it has like a deep dark chocolate flavor, and you guys are going to get some samples here in a minute. So on top of that, we thought it was so cool what those pilots did for the people in East Berlin. We wanted to do something ourselves. You know, we're heavily involved in the community. We love helping out wherever we can. You know, we're blessed. We want to be a blessing to others. And so I started searching for different charities that were doing really good things out there. And we found a really good one that's doing something and has a really cool story. So with that, I'm going to introduce Doug from Food for the Hungry.
All right, thank you. So, first of all, this is such an exciting thing to be a part of. I really believe that when small businesses really start to root for charity and making a difference in their communities and beyond, even into the rest of the world, that's where real change is going to happen. So the fact that we are part of this and that we get to be part of this exciting launch with the Chocolate Bomber thing is just such an exciting thing. It's also a testimony to Hangar 24 just being concerned beyond themselves, so which is incredible. So my name is Doug Pennick. I'm the creative director for Food for the Hungry, and we are headquartered in Phoenix, Arizona, but we work in 20 countries worldwide. So that spans across Latin America, Asia, and Africa. And so knowing the story behind this beer and sort of that sense of charity that was involved with these pilots that were actually just going against the norms, right? They were breaking the rules, as you were saying. They were just trying to bring hope to these children who were affected by war and unrest. We identified some places in our work that the story is similar, you know. So in South Sudan, one of the newest nations in the world actually, just because of unrest and because of civil war, our organization is there providing meals for families, and a lot of times it is by helicopter, by the food drop. And the reason for that is that our organization works in the hardest places on earth, and really the way that we define that is places that don't have access to things that you and I believe are a human right. So things like enough food, clean water, healthcare, education, livelihood. So those areas of the world are the ones that are of most vulnerability and need the most aid in order to get just back up basically to zero. They're at a negative at that point. So Food for the Hungry is working in South Sudan. We've been there since 2001, and as you know, the sale of these bottles is going to go to help provide meals for those who are living in the most extreme versions of poverty on our globe. So South Sudan